Sanatana Dharma is one of the few religions in the world, or I think the only religion in the world, that has subscribed to the concept of evolution. Now, evolution is the concept that was described by Darwin, but he wasn't the first person that described this. We saw in our recent discourses on Vishnu, how Vishnu is Dasavadaram, that first from Matsya, which is the fish, Kurma to the tortoise, Vara the boar, Narasimha half man, half lion, Vaman the shortish man, Parasurama the very, very physically developed man, Rama dharmic man, Krishna a very devotional man, Buddha a very analytic, intellectual man, and finally Kalki, which is still to come. In this Dasavadaram, we saw the evolution of that which first started in life form, and how through the development of the brain, through the development of the mental faculties, how the elevation of a human being was formed. Similarly, we see a parallel in the worship of these three goddesses in their three forms, and through the iconography they suggest that this is similar. So in the first one of Mother Kali, we see Mother Kali standing with 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot on Shiva. And in this Murti, firmly rooted in the earth, the evolution of the earth, the evolution of the physical form of the earth must have preceded any kind of life form on earth. So before we had any other life form, the earth must have been formed in its beginning. So we find Mother Kali, the activity that exists in the universe, firmly rooted in the earth element, with consciousness as a substratum, the consciousness of Shiva as a substratum underlying that. So then, what is the difference then in Mother Lakshmi?
So as you mentioned, that firmly rooted in the earth, that's what you said about Mother Kali and this consciousness of Shiva, that it is constant, it is firm, it is there. Mother Lakshmi seated in the lotus is not firmly rooted at all. That lotus is continuously floating and moving in the element of water.
But limited.
But limited. It is not free to move wherever it chooses. As the water flows, as the water moves, this lotus is able to move. So a little bit of development from being completely in one place, like the development of earth and everything on the earth, then we start life in water. As plant life follows the mineral kingdom or everything in the earth, the next form of life or evolution is shown in this lotus as plant life, which started in water.
So then only how does this then progress in the Murti of Saraswati?
Saraswati then rides a swan. I mentioned earlier, it's a very proud swan, but it's not a vicious pride. It's a virtuous pride. It is a pride that says, I have chosen right, and that right has given me some kind of serenity within me. It's given me some kind of peace. So that is the joy and the serenity you see in the swan. And sitting on top of the swan is Mother Saraswati. And that is our aim, is to get to that spiritual, that divine nature of the Mother Saraswati. So from the evolution, like you mentioned, from the earth to the lotus flower to the swan in the water, and Saraswati being the spiritual one of spiritual knowledge.
So if we look at the earth being fixed in one place, the earth doesn't really, although there is movement within it, but doesn't move from one place to another. The lotus itself having limited movement, but yet a little bit more movement than the earth. And finally the swan, which is able to move distance away from where they were created. So this symbology of this movement from one stage to the next symbolizes our own spiritual development. That again, we should never stay fixed on one particular ideal or one form of thought, but our mind should be like an umbrella or like a parachute. A parachute, they say, only works, or a parachute is only of value when it is open. When the parachute is closed, you die. So the blossoming or the blooming of the lotus conveys this concept of open-mindedness and riding on our strengths, riding on the positive aspects of our life will lead us to liberation.
And this reminds us of how this entire religion or following of Sanatana Dharma was designed or put together for us in a way that always reminds us never to be stuck at where we are. That we should always be striving for the next level. That there is always a higher goal to achieve. So it is a great sense of motivation that we get from this.
Om Shakti. Parak Shakti.